With an animation empire as large and vast as Cartoon Network, it's unsurprising that some of its more obscure pieces of history would fall through the cracks, forgotten by most. Some shows simply failed to garner the ratings that the executives want to see, and are thus cancelled swiftly, not leaving much to be remembered. But sometimes, these shows or episodes were intentionally buried in order to avoid controversy or other unwanted attention. So today, we're going over 12 lost pieces of Cartoon Network media, uncovered for better or for worse. The Amazing World of Gumball, The Downer. The Amazing World of Gumball, first aired in 2011, is a series known for its unique style and usage of mixed media, often combining these real-world locations with different forms of animation. And while the show is usually lighthearted and comedic in tone, there exists a version of a certain episode that went unaired due to its much darker themes. The Season 3 episode, The Downer, originally aired on July 6, 2015, and in this episode, Gumball's family tries to cheer him up, much to his annoyance, which causes him to wish they would all disappear.
I don't care! Darn it! Why can't you just go away and leave me in peace? Guys?
The episode is still pretty lighthearted, keeping in tone with the rest of the show. However, there exists a different version that was rewritten due to its excessively dark themes. When asked if the original storyboards would ever be released, the creator of the show responded saying that it is up to the storyboarders if they would want to release them or not. And to this day, the original storyboards have not been released, and thus the original version's contents remains a mystery. Given the plot and theme of the episode, it's not too hard to imagine what a darker version would be. I mean, could wishing away his family have led to some serious moments of dread, guilt, fear? And would these moments be played up for laughs? It's difficult to say, isn't it? This episode has garnered a lot of speculation, leading fans to create their own theories and versions of the original draft. But again, it remains a mystery.
A Kitty Bobo Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Megan Dunn. I'm the creator of Chloe and the Stars. I got my start in animation working at Cartoon Network. Hopefully some of you remember A Kitty Bobo Show, which aired in 2001.
So since when do you have a cell phone?
I just got it. It's like the latest model.
In the summers of 2000 and 2001, Cartoon Network aired a marathon called The Big Pick, which featured short pilots for potential cartoons. Viewers would then vote for a single winner that would go on to become the next half-hour cartoon, leading us to such shows as The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Codename Kids Next Door. While the guidelines were only one cartoon would win, it would appear that a second show was at least considered to be picked up as well. 2001's A Kitty Bobo Show.
Congratulations to the Kids Next Door, the winner of this year's Big Pick. Keep watching CCF in the coming months for its premiere, and thanks for voting, everyone!
Coming in second place, losing out to Codename Kids Next Door, A Kitty Bobo Show was created by Kevin Callinger and Megan Dunn. In it, A Kitty Bobo, played by Dante Basco, tries to prove that he's cool by getting a cell phone and pretending like he has friends. It doesn't take long for everybody to catch on that he's a loser. Unlike its title character, the show gained a bit of a cult following. So much so that during the Kickstarter for Megan Dunn's new show, Chloe and the Stars, one of the backer rewards was access to the original storyboard for the second pilot, ordered by Cartoon Network in 2002. Unfortunately, the Kickstarter failed to reach its goal, and only 3 people received the storyboard, with none of them uploading it to the internet. It is unknown why Cartoon Network ordered a second pilot of Kitty Bobo and then cancelled it.
Sunday Pants.
Bob? Yep, Bob. I've just had Satan on the phone. We're not inflicting enough pestilence on mankind. I want a plague of locusts, and I want it now!
Sunday Pants was another compilation series from Cartoon Network, this time focusing on animated shorts from overseas, not originally produced by Cartoon Network themselves. The shorts were around 1 to 3 minutes long, meaning that a good amount of shorts were squeezed into the 28-minute runtime. The show lasted for a single month, with only 5 out of the 11 episodes produced aired. In January 2006, Cartoon Network announced that the anthology series was renewed and would begin airing again the following month, but the month came and nothing ever happened. The series ultimately was cancelled and went quietly into the night. The exact reason for the sudden cancellation of Sunday Pants has never been revealed, but there has been speculation that it could be due to its use of alcohol and drug references, as well as its use of swearing. Not counting Space Ghost Coast to Coast, this was Cartoon Network's first TV PG-rated show. While the first 5 episodes are easily found with a quick YouTube search, the rest of the series remains lost to this day.
Sunday Pants!
Bowl Ed Over. In 2003, Cartoon Network sought to compete with Nickelodeon's Nick Arcade service, which was an online game service simply featuring Shockwave and Flash games, starring Nickelodeon characters. So Cartoon Network did something similar with Power Play Games, a similar service that instead offered free time demos on their website, with the ability to purchase the games for a full price to be played later on, even without an internet connection. But customers criticized the service because they made their free-to-play games now cost money. In response, Cartoon Network began making new and original games for the service, including an Ed, Edd, and Eddy bowling game called Bowl Ed Over, developed by Skunk Studios. The game was a fairly simple bowling game with an Ed, Edd, and Eddy skin. What's fairly interesting is that the game is incredibly similar to another bowling game called Gutterball. This was also developed by Skunk Studios, so it's very possible that the game was simply repurposed to use the Ed, Edd, and Eddy IP. The Power Play game service was eventually discontinued due to decreasing popularity of Shockwave games. And with the service shut down, there is no longer any way to play the games that were only available through it, including Bowl Ed Over. One can use the Internet Wayback Machine to view the original download page. However, clicking the Play Now button will lead you to a dead link.
Big Bag. Many people remember the 2009 to 2010 CN Reel block as Cartoon Network's first venture into live-action programming.
And this represents CN Reel on Wednesday nights. Rain Rush, Destroy, Build, Destroy, The Othersiders, Survive This. It all starts at 8. Wednesday nights, CN Reel, only on Cartoon Network.
However, that honor goes to the 1996 series Big Bag, which was a relatively short-lived preschool series. It was similar to Sesame Street in the sense that it was an educational show for a younger audience that features live-action human characters, puppets, and animated segments. Further cementing its relationship to Sesame Street, there was even a crossover episode featuring Elmo visiting one of the characters, revealing that they were pen pals. Interestingly, the show encouraged its young viewers to watch it with a bag containing a pair of socks, 2 spoons, a hat, and a cardboard tube. A few segments would have the kids take these items out of the bag and use them alongside the characters. In 2009, the original home video releases of Big Bag were uploaded to YouTube. While the home video releases cover a good portion of the series, there remain some episodes that haven't resurfaced and are considered lost as of now.
Out of Jimmy's Head. As stated before, in 2009, Cartoon Network created a short-lived live-action programming block called CN Reel. Many criticized this decision because it simply had no place on a channel called Cartoon Network, and that the quality of the shows was very below average in the minds of many of the viewers. One of these shows was titled Out of Jimmy's Head, and was the only show that remotely resembled anything relating to a cartoon. The series is a sequel to a TV film, Reanimated, in which a boy named Jimmy receives a brain transplant, gaining the brain of a famous cartoonist. Afterwards, he begins to see cartoon characters everywhere, turning into little voices in his head.
Ah, golly, we've been best friends for years.
You're not my best friend.
Excuse me, what?
Sure, I already got me a best friend.
The film and series were both ripped apart by viewers and critics alike, stating that the writing was weak and the live-action portions had no place on Cartoon Network. The show ran for only 1 season, and was actually the only Cartoon Network series to be affected by the 2007 Writers Guild strike. Only 1 DVD was made for the show, containing 3 episodes, while a number of other episodes were leaked online from a Romanian dub. Unfortunately, 3 episodes remain lost currently, with no way of viewing them online. The chances are very slim that Cartoon Network will ever air reruns of this show.
Whatever Happened to
Robot Jones?
From 1999 to 2007, Cartoon Network hosted a programming block on Friday nights called Cartoon Fridays. During this primetime showcase, some of their most popular characters would provide commentary during commercial breaks and introduce new episodes of their respective shows, and also introducing new shows every now and then. One of these new shows, introduced in 2002, was Whatever Happened to Robot Jones. The series was unique at the time and praised by critics for using traditional cell animation, while many other cartoons had moved on to computerized animation. The title character of Robot Jones initially had a computer-generated voice made possible by using Microsoft Word 98's Junior Speech text-to-speech function. The executives didn't care for the voice and were put off by it, leading them to request a more traditional voice actor for the role. At the start of Season 2, Robot Jones was played by voice actor Bobby Block, who also went back and dubbed over all the episodes from the previous season.
Common interests and interface with humans? Those humans seem to be interfacing. Very athletic.
Common interest and interface with humans? Those humans seem to be interfacing. Very athletic.
The original versions of the series utilizing the computer-generated voice are now very rare, with only a few of them available on the internet. While Season 2 was the start of traditional voice acting for the character, creator Greg Miller states to have a VHS featuring Season 2 episodes utilizing the computer-generated voice. In addition to the original versions of the episodes, there are also various other small variations that are currently lost, such as an episode with a poster in the background using the word kick-ass, later edited to simply say kick.
5 seconds to airtime. You look fine, Johnny. And lose the comb, please.
Hey, mamas, it's October 22nd, and this is JBVO.
JBVO. Not many people are aware that there was actually a spin-off of Johnny Bravo, let alone a live-hosted talk show. JBVO was an animated talk show that ran from April of 2000 until May of 2001, and featured Johnny Bravo answering fan mail, taking viewer requests for certain cartoons to air, and sometimes even featuring guest stars from other cartoons. Unfortunately, the show did not do very well, given that it only lasted for a single season. Cartoon Network has not re-aired any of the episodes since their initial airing, thus leading to a large portion of its contents to be lost. Only 2 full episodes of the show exist online, with the cartoons in between cut out. While not much of it remains, the website can still be viewed on the Wayback Machine. There also exists a very short clip of Johnny Bravo commenting over a Dragon Ball Z episode.
Okay, now back on Earth, those Namex dudes are recuperating. There's that guru guy. Oh, yeah.
While this live-hosted cartoon was unsuccessful, it isn't the last one on our list today.
The Moxie Show. Our next entry has a bit of an interesting history behind it. The Moxie Show, also known as the Moxie Pirate Show and the Moxie and Flea Show, was a CGI animated series produced by Hanna-Barbera for Cartoon Network. It ran from 1993 to 2000 and featured reruns of classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons with a CGI dog named Moxie speaking in between commercials alongside a flea character, eventually voiced by Chris Rock. It utilized motion capture originally, provided by Colossal Pictures, but later switched to traditional CGI animation after the company went through Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1997. Though it was similar to JBVO in concept, the Moxie Show was never actually aired live, just simply recorded earlier with a live audience. According to Andy Merrill, who worked on the show, the character of Moxie was very unpopular with viewers and audiences alike.
Hey, Flea, what did they do before television?
Well, they discovered new continents, they made major breakthroughs in medicine, there are symphonies written.
Wow, good thing they invented television, huh?
That's for sure.
Made us smarter.
After the show's cancellation, there has been barely any mention of the character or show since, not even during Cartoon Network's 20th anniversary. That in itself is surprising, given that the Moxie Show is technically the first original Cartoon Network series, albeit a simple anthology series that ran over pre-existed cartoons. There have been no home media releases and not a single full episode has been uploaded to the internet. The pilot episode of the potential spin-off The Moxie and Flea Show has been uploaded in its entirety to YouTube, however no other episodes were ever produced.
The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, WEDGIES pilot. So throughout the video, we've discussed several compilation blocks on Cartoon Network that showcase different potential shows. The programming block, WEDGIES, was one of these, dedicated entirely to shorts. And out of WEDGIES, we got The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. In May of 2007, the original pilot for Flapjack was set to air on WEDGIES, along with another Flapjack short titled Captain and Toenail. However, neither the pilot nor Captain and Toenail aired, for unknown reasons. Captain and Toenail was broadcasted to Europe a few times and was briefly available on YouTube for a period, but the original pilot is still nowhere to be found. The only bit of it that can be seen is in this brief clip.
He's gonna go live off the land on Shell Island off the coast of Panama City, and somehow talk to my parents into letting me go. I don't live in...
Meso Blues. Johnny Bravo has had quite a presence on this list, and we're still not done with him quite yet. In 1993, Van Partible created the original thesis short for Johnny Bravo, titled Meso Blues.
Meso Blues was my student film. It was about this over-the-hill aging rock star who thinks he's Elvis. Well, from the senior thesis project, Hanna-Barbera started their shorts program.
The groundwork for Johnny Bravo can clearly be seen in this short, with an Elvis impersonator, originally 3, before it was shortened to just 1, attempts to be cool and pick up chicks.
Well, Johnny Bravo stemmed from me needing to do my senior thesis project in college. The 3 Elvi is what it was going to be, about 3 Elvis impersonators, and they fought crime. But because it was one semester and I was doing the whole thing, I whittled it down to 1.
Enough about you, let's talk about me, Johnny Bravo.
The character was changed from an Elvis impersonator to look more like a 50s James Dean impersonator, with the Elvis voice. With this new direction, a new short was created and aired on What a Cartoon, later leading to the full Johnny Bravo series being picked up by Cartoon Network. Unfortunately, the original Meso Blues short remains unreleased to the public. The only footage that has ever been released were a few short mute clips on a documentary on the Johnny Bravo Season 1 DVD. The documentary in its entirety can be viewed on YouTube.
What?
The What a Cartoon Show. In 1995, Cartoon Network aired The What a Cartoon Show, which was yet again another animation showcase series. Many of the original Cartoon Network shows we've come to know and love were a result of this showcase, including the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, Cow and Chicken, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. The What a Cartoon Show was massively successful, bringing the network out of its financial woes at the time. Unfortunately, despite this success, the show never received any sort of home media release, aside from a few shorts released as bonuses on separate Cartoon Network VHSs. While some of the shorts have been fully found, some remain only partially found, and others are completely lost. It's unfortunate that such an important piece of Cartoon Network history is gone, but perhaps someday it'll be released to public to witness the rise of the network we all know and love.